tubig.
Olongga po ba? Tapos yung tatay niya naman nasa Manila.
Sige. Okay. Alright, I hope narinig niyo ako mga kameta.
Pero siyempre, kung minsan naalis naman yung wala sa hospital yung lolo niya, yung lolo naman niya. Aalis yung dalawa lang sila na iiwan dun. Yung 10 years old at saka
Ayan na. Kamusta kayo dyan mga kameta? Ito na, may mga latest developments na tayo sa West Philippine Sea. Kanina, paggising pa lang natin ng umaga, nakita natin may mga tumatawag ng mga reporters ng mga international news. Humingi sila ng mga commentaries dito sa nangyayari naman na bullying ng China sa Pilipinas sa West Philippine Sea. At dahil nga sa kanilang bullying at sa kanilang intimidation, tactics mukhang na-cancel na, no? More or less yung Christmas or pre-Christmas envoy ng Pilipinas, no? Yung mga pinag-usapan namin ni ka-R&R ni Ronald, no? Naalala niyo, pinag-usapan namin yung Christmas envoy, civil society group, yung effort ng mga media personalities, sa mga others to go there. I think yung mga ibang kasama natin sa TV5 ay kasama dyan. I think si Sir Ed Lingao and si among others ay kasama dyan. Anyway, so a lot has been happening, and for me, we saw many statements and responses, including of course from yung isa sa mga kaibigan natin dyan sa Philippine Coast Guard, si Commodore J. Tariela. Kanina, he had very strong statements about the circumstances of the latest bullying by China, their intimidation dun sa Christmas convoy natin. Also, of course, yung water cannon situation na naman nangyari na dalawang higanteng Chinese vessels ay nagdi-disrupt, no, ng ating mga resupply or raw emissions, no. So pag-usapan natin yan very shortly, but my point is, ang hindi naman nakakabigla. I mean, I'm not very surprised about it. Pero minsan, nakakapagtataka. Actually, hindi rin eh. Nakakainis siguro, pwede sabihin ng iba, no? Or yung iba, they have been pointing this out, is hindi lang yung deafening silent ng ASEAN, yung Association of Southeast Asian Nations. I mean, nasaan ang ASEAN? Alright? Has there been a single statement by ASEAN over the past year about any of these incidents ng bullying nangyari? There were at least 3 encounters. And there were at least 3 situations kung kailan yung mga Chinese na barko, water cannon tayo, binubully tayo. Not a single statement, no? Not a single statement galing sa ASEAN. Neither from ASEAN 10 as an organization, nor from individual ASEAN neighbors or countries natin na mahalaga sa atin. Maybe Vietnam, I don't know. So this is really shocking. Or maybe not. This is more nakakainis rather than shocking, no? But the other people, aside from ASEAN, who are very quiet, I mean, bakit pa tayo lumayo? Bakit pa tayo pumunta all the way sa Hanoi or Singapore or Jakarta or Kuala Lumpur or Brunei or Thailand for that matter? Dito lang sa Pilipinas, sa loob ng Pilipinas, may isang mga kaibigan tayo dyan na napaka-quiet. So kanina may pinost tayo na blank statement na napakahaba-haba ng galing sa supposedly sa kampo nila. Ayan, mga favorite natin, mga ka-DDS. Actually, to be honest, I saw online na may nakita ko na official statement from the Office of the Vice President on the latest development in West Philippine Sea. Siyempre, I've been following the statements by the Office of Vice President on a number of issues, including sa Gaza, including sa mga conflicts around the world. In fairness, I think yung stance ni Vice President Sara Duterte on the Gaza issue has been relatively balanced, and some would even say progressive, right? So you would expect now for the Vice President, for the number 2 in the country, and for a very influential family in the country, no, na maraming masabi. I mean, tignan mo si Tatay Digong, ang daming mga hanash, di ba? Ang daming niyang hanash sa EDCA, ang daming hanash about Ukraine. Meron pa siya mga pa-advise pa siya dun sa mga kaibigan niya ng mga diktador or mga populista all around the world. When you look at all of those things, mga kameta, you wonder, ano pang stance ni Office of Vice President? Hindi lang sa itong latest na bullying na nangyayari sa West Philippine Sea. Hindi lang laban sa ating Philippine Coast Guard, hindi lang laban sa Philippine Army, Philippine Navy, hindi lang laban sa Philippine, yung mga civil society groups natin na gusto mag-Christmas Christmas convoy, sorry. Well, pwede rin mag-Christmas carol actually. But you're wondering, what is their stance dito sa West Philippine Sea issue na yan? At yun yung minsan nakakabahala at nakakainis, diba? Na you would expect mga people na sobrang tapang, sobrang talino supposedly, sobrang daming alam sa mga issues all around the world, Middle East, Ukraine, I don't know, whatnot. Lalo yung si Tatay, di ba? Grabe, ang dami niyang sinasabi doon sa kanyang SMNI program. Andiyan pa rin bang SMNI? May hearing kanina ng SMNI. Now, you would expect may masabi sila dito sa West Police issue. Now, it's not totally inaccurate to say na wala silang sinasabi sa West Philippine Sea issue. Because in a sense, parati naman may sinasabi sila ukol sa West Philippine Sea issue. But are they saying it in behalf of the interest of the Filipino people? Are they saying it in behalf of the Philippine legitimate sovereign rights dyan sa West Philippine Sea? I'm not sure. Kaya nga sabi ko, if it's just about commenting about what's happening there, di pakinggan ko nang si Robin Hood Padilla, di ba? Ang daming sinabi. Expert si Kuya, ang dami alam eh. Daming alam sa federalism, daming alam sa foreign policy, daming alam sa geopolitics, daming alam na action star, yan. Sorry, ako kasi black belt talaga. So, medyo, hindi lang action star. Anyway, balikan natin ito. Ito kasi yung problema natin, mga kameta. Deafening silence ng ASEAN. And then, wala ka rin marinig na firm statements of support. Not only statement lang about what's happening sa West Philippine Sea or kailangan ng diplomacy, mga ganyan na ek-ek na mga statements. Like anyone can make a statement about, it's a non-statement statement. Like, we are for negotiations and peace and diplomacy. Hindi, I mean like real statement of support about the Philippines' legitimate sovereign rights. Yun po ang hinahanap natin. At yun ang hindi ko nakikita ngayon. As far as, I mean, let's check habang nagchichismisan tayo, let me check Oh, hanapin natin. Kasi I've been really looking for anong positioning ng mga Duterte or at least the vice president of the country on this issue. Malabas natin yan, Sara Duterte. Tingnan natin, di ba? Ito yung personal in the office of the vice president. 200,000 ang followers, following 0 people. Ito po yung latest na pinost. Ang latest na pinost po, ito. Ayan, jail visit. Ayan, jail visit po. Ang latest na pinost. Jail visit, Metro Bacolod District Jail, Bacolod City. Yun lang. And then before that, message for the Feast of Immaculate Conception. And before that, school visit. So, ito po yung latest tweets ni Sara Duterte. Now, I wonder what's the Office of the Vice President's statement dito. Diba? Fair tayo. Live to O talagang we're looking at the live. Anong sinasabi ng OVP dito sa issue na yan? Because yung OVP natin, maraming masasabi sa buhay, diba? Oo. Yan. Hanapin natin yan, mga comment. Ito. Office of the Vice President of the Philippines. Ayan. Ay! Bakit si Lenny nandito? Ibang Vice President. Si Lenny pa yung nandito No? Ito ba yung latest na? Baka ito yung dating Office of the Vice President. Let me double check Baka kay Lenny pa yan. So where's OVP? Hanapin natin. Like, I want to be fair. Kung may nasabi naman sila, I'll stand corrected. But ang dami ng statement nang galing sa gobyerno Diba? So, diba? Nakita niyo naman mga kameta, pinag-usapan natin yung mga Wala. Pag i-ano Sara Duterte, ang lalabas dito, yung Supreme Court case ngayon, na yung Makabayan bloc lawmakers and former lawmakers filed petition for certiorari versus VP Sara Duterte, Lucas Bersamin, and DBM Amana Panangdaman doon sa Supreme Court ukol sa 125 million confidential fund issue spent by Office of Vice President. So mukhang you put anything about Sara Duterte on, it's more about that. So I'm wondering what is the statement of the Office of the Vice President on the West Philippines issue. Now, you could say, well, she's the Vice President, anong kinalaman niya sa West Philippines? Well, ang dami niyang statements about Gaza, ang dami niyang statements about ibang international issues, ang dami niyang statements about peace negotiations with NPA, with communists, ang dami niyang statements about not dealing with the devil, not having a Faustian pact. So, ang dami palang alam, di ba? Head pa ng, like vice chair ng NTF, LCAC, whatever. So, you would expect something from there. Yun yung point ko. Diba? Now, let's say, well, she's DepEd secretary, marami siyang hinaharap, focus siya sa marami siya. Okay, then fine. I'll leave it to her. But, so, kamusta naman yung mga supporters ni Tatay, for instance? Diba? Where's their statement of support for the Philippine sovereign rights? Where's their statement of support about bullying nangyayari sa Pilipinas? Well, I have nothing against China. I think they could be a very good neighbor. I think they could be a great force for good. But I want to see the evidence when it comes to West Philippine Sea. I think they have done some good things around the world, but they have also done things that are not so good, just like any superpower. Pero pagdating sa West Philippine Sea, we have to look at the evidence. And kung titingnan niyo yung evidence, grabe yung mga situation na nangyayari dito ngayon sa West Philippines, yung mga kameta, di ba? Tingnan niyo naman, no? So ito, labas natin kay Sir Tariela. Kasi kanina, hindi ko naman sinadya, but syempre naging emotional ako nung nalaman ko na na-cancel na yung envoy natin, because parang syempre, that was a way for us to assert our national interests, our sovereign rights, and it was a way for the civil society to contribute to this conversation. And yet, pinabalik sila kasi nga nabully sila ng China. So I actually honestly just ask, so saan yung Philippine Navy? Saan po yung Philippine Coast Guard? So nagtanong ako, where is our people? Diba? Tinanong ko yan eh. Saan yung tao natin? So nag-respond in fairness si Commodore J. Tariela, spokesman of the Philippine Coast Guard, who we also interviewed in one of our programs. You can check that on yourself. So in fairness, he corrected me. I mean, I didn't say anything. I was just asking in a quite frustrated way. Sabi ko, where on earth was our own forces to defend them? Kasi ito yung report by Berna below. Sabi niya, fleet of civilian vessels on a Christmas drive to Philippine-occupied feature in the South China Sea. I think ito yung second Thomas Scholl, has decided to turn back after being shadowed by 4 Chinese ships. So ito po yung statement nila, no? Erring on the side of caution, atin ito. Ito yung pinag-usapan natin ni Paring R&R, balikan natin itong issue na to tomorrow. Atin to, in consultation with the Philippine Coast Guard, agreed to return to El Nido, Palawan, after the constant shadowing of 4 Chinese vessels comprised of 2 Chinese Navy ships, 1 Chinese Coast Guard vessel, and 1 Chinese cargo ship. So, nag-respond ako, sabi ko, wait, so nasan yung mga tao natin? Ba't hindi sila pinarektahan? And hindi sila na-escort all the way, to assert our rights. Walang bus yan yung claim ng China dyan, because ang second Thomas Scholl po ay isang low tide elevation within the exclusive economic zone natin. It's not even a territory to be claimed. So they have no business there whatsoever. Right? Nevertheless, na-intimidate tayo. Pinabalik yung mga tao natin. So sabi ko, where on earth ay yung sarili natin mga tao, mga tropa para protektahan sila? So nag-respond in fairness si Commodore Tarilla right away. Hope hindi sila galit sa akin, sir. Pasensya na. I mean, I was just being... Sabi niya, we were there, Richard. Sige, nag-respond si Sir Tariela, post ko yan. Sabi niya, we were there. The lead vessel is the Philippine Coast Guard. The one falling from behind is Kapitan Oka. The vessel coming from the right side of the convoy is the Chinese Coast Guard. It was the decision of the ship's captain si Kapitan Oka to go back despite our call to continue the mission. So the official position of the Philippine Coast Guard is they advised them to continue and not to be intimidated by China. At ito po yung pinost ni Sir Tariela about yung... Sorry. Don't worry guys, ipopost ko yung link dyan so that you can check it yourself. Sorry, hindi ko dala yung OBS ko dito sa laptop na yan. Ang bigat kasi yung isa na may OBS kaya hindi ko madala dito. So I'm just gonna post here. So in fairness, I immediately said, hindi naman stand corrected, but thank you for that clarification. So I posted that. So sinasabi ng Philippine Coast Guard officially mga kameta is they actually advise na tuloy-tuloy yan at huwag tayo magpa-intimidate. Pero mukhang natakot na talaga yung mga ibang kaibigan natin. I cannot blame them. It's so scary being shadowed by 4 gigantic Chinese vessels. No? So this is a clear intimidation against our own people trying to show support to our own troops within our own sovereign waters. Ganyan kamalala yung situation. And of course, I'm sure there can be a lot of discussion about what are lessons to be learned, ano man dapat gawin natin next time na hindi mangyari ito. Pero nakakalungkot na sa sarili natin bakuran, binubuli tayo ng ganyan. Sa sariling bakuran, ginaganyan na lang tayo mga kameta. This is completely unacceptable. This is completely unacceptable. Nakakalungkot talaga ito mga kameta. So, So I wanted to see more clarification on this issue kasi I was still updating dun sa nangyari na water cannon incident na naman, 'di ba? And then I see this news na bumalik na lang yung itong Christmas convoy natin. So medyo nakaka-frustrate yung mga meta because yun nga, parang ayoko naman sabihin nagpabully tayo, pero binuli tayo eh. Binuli tayo. So ang position ng Philippine Coast Guard is nag-insist sila na tuloy-tuloy ito, huwag kayong matakot, pero mukhang talagang threatened na sila at mukhang alanganin talaga yung situation. So nakakalungkot ito mga kameta. Because parang we cannot even, parang our people cannot even feel safe within our own sovereign waters. Talagang nakakainis na ito mga kameta. So at the very least, what you can do is you call this out na mali ito. Hindi tayo, mali itong bullying na to. 'Di ba? Mali ito eh. So, hindi ko maintindihan yung mga ibang tao na nakikinig sa mga walang kwentang mga kunyaring expert dyan. Nang purong sinasabi lang, ay sumuko na tayo. Mag-give up na tayo. Matakot na tayo. Eh mga duwag yan eh. Eh mga, hindi lang duwag, wala nga alam, duwag pa. Diba? Tapos, pangatlo, ibubuli pa tayo, mga nagsasabi na, hey, you have to stand your ground. Because at the end of the day, yung mga hindi bobo, alam nila ang China ay hindi naman gusto ng giyera ng China eh. Kaya nga water cannon ang ginagamit eh. Kaya nga Coast Guard ang ginagamit eh. They're flexing muscles. Pero ayaw rin nilang giyera kasi kung giyera yan, damay-damay na yan. Because last time I checked, walang statement ng ASEAN, walang statement ng mga Dutertes, last time I checked, in support of us. Pero may statement of support from all our key allies, of course, led by the United States, among others. And this is about our own rights, sovereign rights. Walang kinalaman ito sa Amerika o Estados Unidos. Walang kinalaman ito sa Australia, Japan. Pero more or less, nagsalita sila. Nagsalita sila. May sinabi sila. Nagko-contribute sila. Diba? At least may ambag sila. Diba? At yun yung nakakalungkot. Na yung mga kapitbahay natin, silent, walang sinasabing support. Tapos na pa tayo mga kababayan, na nakikifeel expert, nakikifeel makapili, the patriotic, di ba? At nagmamaganda. Or in this sense, yung iba naman dyan, quiet lang sila. This is crazy. This is unacceptable. Na ginaganon-ganon lang tayo mga kameta. Anyway, let me try to show also kay Commodore Tariela. In fairness, ina-expose kasi nila yung mga sorry, madami nag-react doon sa blank na ito kasi ang haba ng statement. Ito po yung statement ng nila tatay in support. Ito po, napakahaba. Kita nyo? Kita nyo, napakagaling, no? Galing nung... Ito po, ganun kahaba po yung explanation. Daming sinabi. Talagang love na love tayo ni tatay. Support na support sa atin, no? Talagang official... Pinaghirapan to, guys. So, ito, punta tayo kay Commodore Tariela. Kasi binubuking nila itong mga bullying na nangyayari sa atin, no? Okay. Yikes. Akalain mo, pati Sweden ay nag-support sa atin. Swedish embassy to sa Manila. Pati Sweden, guys. Pati Sweden. The Swedish embassy is concerned about... Sweden is deeply concerned about the consecutive incidents. So, hindi lang ito first time. Against Filipino vessels in the West Philippine Sea, we call on all involved parties to resolve disputes peacefully in accordance with... Magpo-post nga ako, my goodness. Even... Nairin na. Yung ASEAN din, ba't wala silang statement? I mean, obviously alam natin, pero Sweden nga na neutral na ngayon lang mag-join ng NATO, nagsasalita na sila eh. Tapos, yung ASEAN walang kwenta, walang sinabi, nakakainis talaga, uminit na ulo natin dyan. Eto, so may support din yung mga aliado natin. Sweden na nga, may statement na ang position naman ni Commodore Tariela is that dapat we don't see this as an escalation of tension caused by our provocation. It is important to note that the Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Operations last Saturday was solely aimed at providing humanitarian assistance to Filipino fishermen. So what we are doing, what is fully within our sovereign rights, we're just trying there to be protecting our people. And in fairness, si BBM, mukhang nag-cover naman si BBM, may strong statement din from President Bongbong Marcos sabi na the aggression and provocations perpetrated by the Chinese Coast Guard and their Chinese maritime militia against our vessels and personnel over the weekend have only further stilled our determination to defend and protect our nation's sovereignty, sovereign rights, and jurisdiction in the West Philippine Sea. Ayan. Tapos sasabihin ni Digong na weak leader to. Sa kanilang dalawa, sinong weak leader sa West Philippine Sea? At least ito at least this one is supporting other people to do their job, right? If not himself doing it, taking the cudgels upon himself. Sino talagang weak leader? Diba? Nakakainis talaga. Ay. Oh, yun yung statement ito yung statement ni Tatay in support of our people in the West Philippines. Ito po. Kumpara mo naman sa sinabi ni BBM, diba? And to think BBM actually mas risky sa kanya because he's the president. Well, yung isa, wala naman risk sa kanya if he says something good about the country. 'Di ba? Para sa bayan. Tapos sasabihin niya independent foreign policy, independent na independent province of China. Ay, sorry. Independent. Yan ang sinasabi natin mga kameta eh. Ito, balikan natin. Kasi gusto ko ilabas itong mga videos ng mga bullian, ng pagbubuli ng ginawa sa atin. At how, it's just crazy. We cannot be just silent. Sorry, mahina internet namin dito sa Solid North. Oh. Tingnan nyo naman mga kameta. Nilalabas ko yung mga videos dito. Ipopost ko sa inyo. Grabe, di ba? No, binubuli-buli lang tayo ng mga, tingnan nyo mga, yung water cannon lang nila yung maliit natin barko. Diba? O, nasaan na si tatay? Tatay jet ski. Saan na si tatay jet ski? O, ano gagawin niya? Diba? Tingnan nyo, ang lit-lit ng barko natin. Itong maliit na white na nakita nyo. Tapos, ginaganon lang ng mga Chinese na barko ng higante. Na kunyari, Coast Guard lang. Diba? Diba? O, tapos ito yung support ni Tatay Digong sa kanila. Guys, mahal na mahal natin si Tatay kasi talagang independent yan eh. Kasi independent ng investigation ng SMNI, di ba? Anong sinabi ulit ng SMNI sa DepEd travel expenses based on COA report? Di ba? Ayan na naman tayo mga kamets. Ayan na naman tayo mga kamets. Ito po ang statement ng support ni Tatay in support of West Philippine Sea at yung mga pangbubuli na nangyari sa atin. Ito po yung ganyan niya kamahal ang Pilipinas. Ganyan na kamahal ang West Philippine Sea. Ganyan niya kamahal. Ganyan siya katapang. No? Ganyan katapang. At hinintay ko pa yung Office of Vice President. Chinek natin yung huling niya tungkol sa, I don't know, kung anong bisita niya. Ito yung statement of support, whether from the tatay or from the daughter, whatever. Doon sa pangbubuli na nakita natin nangyari. Grabe to. Diba? Nakakainis talaga yung mga kameta. Kung titignan mo naman yung pangbubuli na ginagawa sa atin. Tama ba yan? Tapos sasabihin natin, tayo pa nagpo-provoke, tayo pang masama. Wow, sila pang victim. Sila pang victim. Wow, 'di ba? Yun ang talaga nakakainis talaga mga kameta. Unacceptable talaga dapat yun eh. We should not tolerate silence, cowardice, or worse, apologia and justification of bullying. Laban sa sarili natin mga tao. Tignan niyo mga pagbubuli na ginagawa nila sa atin. Yung maliit na barko lang yung Pilipinas, tapos yung mga giganteng barko na siya ginagano. Tapos yung apat na pinadala nila, binuli nila yung ating mga tao na gusto lang magpakita ng support within, sa loob ng sarili natin bakuran. Diba? Unacceptable yan mga kameta. Unacceptable talaga yan. Kaya, tapos sasabihin nila matapang. Jet ski. Man of the moment. Para sa bayan. Jet ski time. Diba? Para sa jet ski. Jet ski. Yung isang beses na nga lang nag-jet ski yung mga tatay group. Nag-jet ski pa dito sa amin sa may Benham Rice. Useless yung pag-jet ski niya dito. Mag-jet ski kayo dyan sa West Philippines yun eh. Yun ang sinasabi natin mga kameta. Huwag kayong magpadala sa theatrics. Huwag kayong magpadala sa mga bola-bola, mga pa-jet ski na yan. Dapat magpadala tayo sa mga matapang, na napakatapang ang statement. Pag binubuli tayo, ang pinapakita nila ay unquestionable strength of character at napakagandang Ingles, napakahusay ng analysis, napakalalim ng kanilang patriotism. Blank page. Ayan na naman, tutroll na naman ako dito. Okay, ito mga kabeta. Narinig niya, may mga kumakain na dito para naiwanan tayo bago tayo malugi. Maiwanan. Magte-thank you muna tayo. Bon appetit din sa inyo. Have a good day. Lovely day. Mahalin niyo ang bayan, pero wag niyo mahalin yung mga hindi nagmamahal sa bayan. Kasi lawas na sila. Alright? And don't worry guys. Soon catch up naman tayo with si Ka-R&R, Ronald Diamas. Pag-usapan natin SMNI. Pag-usapan natin Tatay Digong. Pag-usapan natin itong latest challenge dun sa confidential fund sa Supreme Court of the Philippines. So siguro try natin intervene din yung mga petitioners ng Supreme Court case na yan. So hopefully we can have more insight and more discussion on these issues. On that note, thank you very much. God bless and talk to you soon.